Mechanical engineering is an umbrella term that includes many more specific engineering fields. For example, you could become an aerospace engineer. As an aerospace engineer, you'll research, design, develop, maintain, and test the performance of civil and military aircrafts, missiles, weapon systems, satellites, and space vehicles. Work is also carried out on the different components that make up these aircrafts and systems. In some companies, you may be known as an aeronautical engineer. You'll be concerned with improving flight safety, fuel efficiency, speed and weight, as well as reducing systems costs and using advancing technologies to meet customer needs. The role is increasingly addressing the environmental impact of air travel. Or, if you have a technical mind and an eye for detail, you could be an automotive engineer. As an automotive engineer, you'll design, develop, and manufacture vehicles such as cars, motorbikes, buses, and trucks and their engineering systems. You'll need to have a combination of engineering and commercial skills to be able to deliver projects within a budget. Once you've built up experience, it's likely you'll specialize in a particular area. For example, structural design, exhaust systems, or engines. If that doesn't float your boat, maybe you could look into being a nuclear engineer. There's room for all types of engineers in the nuclear industry. You'll be working with cutting-edge technology in a field with high job security and plenty of room for advancement. As a nuclear engineer, you'll be designing, building, running, or decommissioning nuclear power stations. You'll work in multidisciplinary teams to come up with technical solutions. Depending on your role, you could be designing totally new systems, maintaining existing systems, or looking for ways to improve the efficiency, stability, and sustainability of nuclear power plants. Decommissioning facilities is also an important task, as is planning and carrying out safety procedures for the transportation, storage, and disposal of the radioactive material used in nuclear plants.
Mechanical engineering involves the design, analysis, and manufacturing of a wide variety of mechanical components and systems. While there are a number of disciplines within mechanical engineering, some of the major areas are energy conversion, materials engineering, design engineering, and manufacturing engineering. The following are examples of types of mechanical engineers. Auto research engineer. An auto research engineer seeks to improve the performance of cars. These engineers work to improve traditional features of cars such as suspension, and they also work on aerodynamics and new possible fuels. Heating and cooling system engineers. Heating and cooling system engineers work to create and maintain environmental systems wherever temperatures and humidity must be kept within certain limits. They develop such systems for airplanes, trains, cars, schools, and even computer rooms. Robotic engineers. Robotic engineers plan, build, and maintain robots. These engineers plan how robots will use sensors for detecting things based on light or smell, and they design how those sensors will fit into the design of the robot.
According to Engineers Canada 2015 Labour Market Report, which is a biannual forecast characterizing supply and demand in the engineering labour market, there are two factors that will dominate the employment of mechanical engineers over the next decade. The first factor is that there is now an ever-growing need to fill the position that the baby boomers hold as they retire from the workforce. The second is the progressive shift westward of economic activity in Canada. This report states that compensation for mechanical engineers across Canada will steadily rise over the next decade. According to the Labour Report, the reason for the increase of demand for mechanical engineers is a combination nationally of expansion and replacement. The average age of a mechanical engineer is 40 years old.
As far as salary goes, mechanical engineers are being compensated by an increase of 2 to 4% per year. As with any career, the more experience one gains, the higher the number will be on their paycheck. A mechanical engineer with less than 2 years of experience will make roughly $100,000 a year. But with an additional 20 years of experience, one can hope to make up to $244,000.
As in all jobs, there are high and low salaries. The wages we just gave you were just calculated averages. There are many jobs for mechanical engineers, and there will always be, as there will always be companies needing individuals who can think on their feet and solve complex problems on their own. Also, it is essential to state that mechanical engineers have the broadest job markets, as it is often very easy for them to find jobs in other engineering disciplines.
How does a mechanical engineer deal with sustainability? All engineers in their various professions are working to advance some part or aspect of life on Earth, and mechanical engineers are no exception. The products and projects of mechanical engineering generally involve the consumption of energy, and the reduction of energy consumption is a worldwide goal, and therefore mechanical engineers around the world are focusing on sustainability. For example, the mechanical engineers at the University of Washington are working on acoustic and noise pollution prevention in marine construction, as well as ways to accelerate the adoption of a clean energy future by advancing solar energy and electrical energy storage materials, devices, and systems, as well as their integration with the power grid. Engineers must work together to achieve their sustainability goals, and so everyone in this room must also work together to achieve those same goals.
You may be thinking, wow, I don't know any famous mechanical engineers. Only nobodies become mechanical engineers. That is incorrect. We've got Nikola Tesla, Leonardo da Vinci, Bill Nye, yeah, the science guy, and Osama bin Laden. Practically all of your modern comforts are involved in some way or another with mechanical engineering. And when crisis arises, mechanical engineers will save the world. So next time you see a mechanical engineer, say thank you.